Hello students, in this class of cost accounting, we will be discussing your chapter overhead cost control, part 2nd. And in this, I will be discussing about the allocation of overheads and apportionment of overheads. Now what is allocation of overheads? Certain items of overheads which can be directly identified with the particular department or cost center as having been incurred for that particular cost center. Allotment of such items of cost to particular department or cost center is known as allocation. These items of overheads cannot be traced to products or jobs but can be allocated specifically to them. Allocation of overheads may be defined as the allotment of whole item to cost centers or cost units. Thus, in order to allocate an item of overhead, it should meet following conditions like the cost center must have caused the overheads to be incurred and the exact amount of incurred in a cost center must be known. Example of such overheads are repairs and maintenance expenses incurred in specific departments, supervision, indirect wages, overtime, indirect materials, factory supplies, equipment, depreciation, etc. Now, what is difference between classification and allocation of overheads? The first step in accounting and distribution of overheads is their classification because after classifying the items of overheads cost into different groups or subgroups, they can be considered for relevant cost centers or cost units. Thus, the object of classification is to determine groups according to their function, nature, behavior, whereas the object of direct allocation of overheads is to allotment of entire amount of an item of overhead on a particular cost center or a cost unit. Now we come to another topic, that is apportionment or departmentalization of overheads. In many business enterprises, several departments are involved in the manufacture of product or in rendering a service. In such a case, overhead should be accumulated through departmentalization. To allocate and apportion the overheads to production departments and to service departments is known as departmentalization or primary distribution of overheads. In fact, certain items of commonly treated to a number of cost centers or departments. Distribution of such overheads to various departments is known as apportionment of overheads. It may be defined as the allotment of proportions of items of cost to cost centers or cost units. For example, in the case of salary of a general manager cannot be allocated wholly to any one department as he attends in general all the departments. It should therefore be distributed on some appropriate basis such as on the basis of number of employees working in the department or direct wages of the various departments. However, this apportionment should be done on some rational and equitable basis. Other items which generally cannot be allocated but are apportioned include power, light, rent, depreciation of factory building. Fire insurance, timekeeping expenses are also therefore a departmentalization of overheads. Then we come to another that other items which generally cannot be allocated but are apportioned include the power, light, and all. And then we come to another topic, that is for the purpose of apportionment of overheads, the help of departmental overheads may be taken. And for this, first of all, we write down the particulars amount, basis of apportionment. Then we divide it into production department and service departments. Now, why apportionment of overheads is done? It is for accuracy. Because of greater accuracy in cost asset assignment and cost control, apportionment ensures more accurate forecasting, estimating, and decision making. For the purpose of control, with the help of apportionment and departmentalization, responsibility accounting can be effectively introduced for control purposes. Valuation of work in progress. Unless the overheads are departmentalized or apportioned, correct cost of WIP cannot be ascertained. Costing service departments. Apportionment helps in ascertaining the cost of various service departments, which is useful for making estimates and submitting quotations for those items which make use of the services of various cost centers. Now, uh, what is difference between allocation and apportionment of overheads? It is very important to understand the difference between allocation and apportionment of overheads. The main distinction between allocation and apportionment is that where allocation deals with whole items of cost, apportionment deals with proportions of items of cost on some equitable basis. Allocation may be done directly, but apportionment is an indirect process for which appropriate bases are to be selected. Overheads should always be allocated as far as possible. If they cannot be allocated, then they are to be apportioned. Whether an item of expense can be allocated or apportioned does not depend upon the nature of the item of cost, but it depends upon its relation with the cost center or cost unit to which it is to be charged. Now, certain principles are to be kept in mind for the purpose of apportionment of overheads. First principle is utility and benefit received. This is the most common principle of apportionment of overheads. It is based on the theory that greater the amount of utility, service, and benefit received by a department or cost center, the larger should be the share of cost to be borne by the department or cost center. For example, rent, telephone cost, etc. Technical survey. In certain cases, a survey of the actual impact of the expenses on the different cost centers and departments has to be made from time to time to ensure a fair charge of each of them. For example, lighting expenses may be apportioned on the basis of survey of the number of light points, size, estimated hours of use, etc. Similarly, assessment of the time spent by the works manager on different departments or cost centers or the sales manager in promoting the sales in the different zones are the examples of the cases where this method is used for the apportionment of overheads. Then the most important is efficiency. According to this principle, efficiency is of recent origin. First of all, production targets are fixed for each department or cost center, and expenses are apportioned on the basis of these targets. If the targets is exceeded, the unit cost reduces and indicates efficiency, whereas if the target is not achieved, the unit cost goes up, indicating the inefficiency of the department. Then we come to the most important, the least but most important, ability to pay. The principle is that what the traffic can bear, that is the ability to pay. According to this principle, jobs or products or cost centers making higher profits make a higher share of the expenditure. The principle is applied more where the expenses have to be divided between two or more divisions of the products or cost centers, of which one is of a new line. So, these are the principles that are to be followed for apportionment of overheads. So, in this class, we discussed many things like allocation of overheads, difference between classification and allocation of overheads, then what is apportionment or departmentalization of overheads, and why apportionment of overheads is to be done, for what purpose it is to be done, and difference between allocation and apportionment of overheads. And I also discussed the principles of apportionment like utility and benefit received, technical survey, and efficiency, ability to pay, etc. I hope you all understood. Thank you.